impossible to, after a beach chair and a mug and a this and a that, you have to think of something very, very clever and we hope unique and memorable. So we decided that we would frame one of this year's singlets for Brian, and don't be put off by what's at the bottom of this because you still have to run the race tomorrow to earn the one that's not framed. And the inscription reads, Brian J. Herr, 1990 to 2014, congratulations and thank you for your quarter century of supporting the Claudia Adams Barr program in innovative basic cancer research. I can't say it better than that. Congratulations and thank you. But Brian, after you lean that up against the wall, don't go away because I think Brian would be a great one to move the course not mile marker, don't you? So I am going to, this is a big reveal folks, not even Rich Horgan knows this. I'm going to give him the envelope and he's going to step over here and say a couple things.
Okay, so, I got that, thank you. Jan, the font's not big enough. At our last team meeting on March 31st, we had moved to mile 21, an amount of $4.44 million. That was then. So, through Saturday, April 19th, the grand total is $6,261,158.
As they said in that famous sort of Cape Cod related movie, I think we're going to need a bigger Chuck. Brian, would you like to say a few words?
So I've been making a few speeches lately, and tonight though I am speechless. $6 million and we haven't finished yet. That is fantastic. Well done, everybody. It's great to be in a room full of doers. The runners tomorrow are doers. Our patient partners are doers. Our volunteers are doers. And it's just great to be with you tonight. And tomorrow, we're all going to do good. The Boston Marathon has been through some ups and downs in recent years. Certainly last year, it was one to remember. But tomorrow, we're going to go back, and we're going to bring back the good of the Boston Marathon. And the Dana-Farber Marathon Challenge is going to lead the way. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for $6 million+. Keep raising the funds. Let's go. Thank you.
Just yet, and I also want to make, tonight is really about DFMC. We just can't have the marathon this year without thinking and talking a little bit about what happened last April. And I would just like to say that everybody involved with DFMC has never taken their eye off the ball of what DFMC is about the entire season. You all wrote amazing applications to be able to be on the team, whether it was the first year or the 25th year. Yes, even Brian Herr had to fill out the application, right? And so we really reinforced that this is why we're all here. And but given what did happen last April, of course, everybody is very aware that there's been a tremendous fundraising effort, and I'm very proud that some of the things that we do for DFMC have helped role model some of the ways that people can do fundraising for others who were now newly in need as of last April. So you have all had a role in making a much bigger impact, just not only DFMC, but beyond that in the Boston Marathon community. So thank you for that. I would also like to, at this point, invite Mary Murphy, who is Brian's wife. They met through DFMC to join us on stage for a few minutes. She has a few words to say too. She's been part and parcel of our 25 years with Brian.
So my kids laughed at me because they said, "Mom, what are you wearing?" So I'm going Easter and runner because I'm running tomorrow as well. Anyone who knows me knows that my thing is poems. So I really couldn't let 25 years go by without writing a poem for Brian. 'Twas the night before the 25th DFMC, and all through our town, people were used to the marathon coming
Bob,
around.
stop saying
We
his
lived in
poem.
Hopkinton. When out on the street there arose such a clatter, we knew we had to do something to congratulate Brian's 25th in a row. It really does matter. In most houses, perhaps, it's the holidays that mark the passage of a year, but in our house, it's the marathon that reminds us it's time to shift gears. But the story I will tell really began back in '94 and '95. My friend Melissa wanted to run the marathon, but without an official number, I had no drive. We can run for Dana-Farber, raise money for cancer, and be official all the way. It sounded good at the time, so I signed up that day. Things were different back then. We were a much smaller crew. But yes, Katie and Meg, Jack and Jan, Claire, Shifter, and Matt were even around way back when, too. At each group meeting, this handsome guy stood up and gave a speech. He had an inspiring way about him, and he wasn't there to preach. With each passing group run and meeting, I tried to introduce myself to this guy, but it always ended with a fumble on his part, or a, "Hi, nice to meet ya." So I gave up on that try. Keep in mind, my name is Mary Murphy, a tough one to remember. Then came Marathon Day, and a great race it was. The Weavers and the patients cheering at mile 25 got Melissa and I through. After crossing the finish line and getting my medal, I looked back and saw Brian coming in too. I didn't see him again until Katie's birthday extravaganza, where I sat and got the scoop on him from Katie. Little did I know Brian was asking Shifter about me. Maybe I would become more than some random lady. The rest, they say, is family history. We got married after running together in '96, and I've added Haley, Siobhan, Kieran, Declan, and Sinead to our family tree. But as I pause to reflect, I am simply in awe of this man, Brian Herr, whom the years, miles, weather, lack of sleep, losing his dad to cancer, and kids' sports carpools does not deter. Each year he gets up and goes back out for more. Dana-Farber and running to him are never a chore. He donates his time endlessly to this and other causes for human good. But just think, 25 years in a row. That level of commitment. Who could? Who would? Yes, we are his home team, his biggest cheering section, but we couldn't do it year after year without others' care and affection. Those of you who donate in large and small amounts year after year, and those who still invite us to Buffs for a cold beer. The last-minute text to say, "Go find Brian, he's running his 20 and he needs a lift." And undoubtedly it's Katie or Edie who loops back with the Reese's, the perfect gift. I'm a wife, a mom, a daughter, a runner, and yet today, one word sums up what I feel, and I will say it out loud. Of the legacy Brian and 16 others started, and Dolores and Wayne supported, and Brian has continued, I am, quite simply, proud. This is a picture of Haley. This is the year in '94 when Haley was 1.5, 2, when we first started running with Dana-Farber. Brian, I love you with all my heart, and I am so proud of what you have done. Dana-Farber has become part of the fabric of our family. I have to say, I'm that crazy loon that's at mile 9 and again mile 20 out there cheering the last 18 years in a row. I feel a little bad that I'm neglecting my people this year because I'm actually running this year. So I leave it to my kids. Where are they? Stand up, wear your shirts.
Oh.